Hello, and welcome to this brief introduction to dietary regimen. Before we begin, I want to thank you on your body's behalf. Thank you for caring enough about the state of your own health, for caring enough about your physical form, to be here right now with me, watching this video, and seeking to learn. Thank you for being the sort of person who takes responsibility for themselves and for their own lives in this way. I think that if you're watching this video, you're basically a unicorn. You're special. So thank you on my behalf too, for being here with me and for trusting me to introduce you to something unlike anything else I have ever met. Dietary regimen is based on human design, and technically it's based on a very, very specialized application of human design known as the primary health system. The primary health system. Now, the primary health system is a bit of a unicorn itself. It's really hard to learn anything about the primary health system. It seems to be still kind of struggling to find its place in the world. But I have been studying human health and specifically diet and nutrition for more than 12 years, and never in all that time have I ever found anything as useful as the primary health system. It is before I say this, I should say that, in my opinion, based on my experience, my research, and my observations, the primary health system is the single most important system on the subject of individual human health. I've never found anything like it. I believe in it, absolutely. I believe that even the application that we're going to look at today is just the beginning of what's possible here, that we're just scratching the surface of something profoundly useful. So take that for what it's worth. But the dietary regimen is basically my personal take on the primary health system. The dietary regimen is an in-depth, holistic analysis of your digestive process, your body's digestive process. It's all about how your body has been designed to take in and make use of information. It's about not only food. Now, this is important, and we're not going to spend too much time here, but I want you to hear it. It's about not only food, but also information of all types. Uh-oh, we've got visitors. I'll use this opportunity to get a drink. Can't plan that kind of stuff, can you? So dietary regimen is about how your brain and your body receive and make use of information. And if we think about things as energy, if we think about the body as energy, and if we think about food and information and ideas and thought as energy, then what we very quickly come to understand is that we're dealing not only in a utilitarian event, not only in the question of how to put food into my mouth and metabolize it, but we're dealing in relationship. We're talking about a relationship. And so dietary regimen is about learning how your body relates to the world around it, and specifically how your body relates to food. So though the dietary regimen focuses the attention primarily on this question of how to eat, how to relate to food, the reality is that the information we're gathering extends far beyond the question of eating. Okay? This is about how you relate to the body, how the body relates to food, and not only to food, but to the world around it, to environment, and to others as well. This is a part of what makes it so exciting for me, because it's not just about what food to eat. It's not restrictive. It's not a prescription. There's nothing generalized about this at all. It's a perfectly individualized analysis of how your body has been uniquely designed to relate to the world around it. It's about how your digestive process has been designed to metabolize food. It's about what your digestive process needs in order to make sense of food. If you think about the digestive process as like a child, how do you help it to understand the value of the food that you're taking in? That's what dietary regimen is all about. It's fascinating stuff. And so along the way, you will learn about your personal digestive type. You will learn about your brain process. You will learn about your superpower sensor, which, so exciting. The superpower sensor. This single area alone has changed my whole life. You're going to learn about a lot of things that you've never heard of before. Most importantly, you're going to learn about yourself in all new ways. You're going to learn about how to care for the body, how to support the body's needs in very precise ways, in new ways. These ways are likely to be so new to you that they're going to take some real time to apply. So dietary regimen is the sort of thing that you need to meet and then bring into application, take into life, but only slowly and carefully over time through experimentation. You're going to need to apply what you learn carefully, and you're going to need to pay very close attention to what happens when you do. So dietary regimen is unlike anything that I have ever seen. In developing the experience, I knew that it would be new. I knew that there would be some people who would not understand it. And because of this, everything that I've built into the dietary regimen has been very carefully crafted in order to make sense. I wanted the information to be accessible. It's complicated in that it's dimensioned. There's so much going on, and you need to learn about all of it. It's technical, but I think you'll find that as we have the conversation, let's say you purchase the complete analysis and we have a one-on-one, face-to-face conversation like this. I want to make sure that by the end of the conversation, you have everything you need to leave that conversation and put what you've learned to use. And even if you only purchase the document, the reference document itself, I want to make sure that every last bullet point in that document is written in a way that you can make sense of, that your brain can wrap itself around. I thought to myself while building this that I would love for a child to access this information and not be horribly confused by it. So I hope that you find that this is the case. And I hope that you decide to explore this with me. At the very least, I invite you to peruse the website, learn more about it through the content that I've prepared for you here. And feel free to reach out to me. If you have questions, if you have concerns, reach out to me by Facebook, by email, whatever works for you. I'm here, I'm available, and this work is deeply meaningful to me. I believe it's some of the most important work I have ever developed in my life. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time with me now, for hearing me out in all of my excitement. And thank you, sincerely, thank you for who you are.